Hi, Tracy here with BibleJournalingMinistries.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make a splatter brush for $0 for free. And what I'm going to do is basically tell you that to make one, all you need it to do is steal one from your kids' water balloon set. So this piece of equipment actually comes from, there's a bunch of little balloons that are stuck on the end of this, and my kids put the hose in here and they blow up the balloons and the balloons fall out off of them. It's amazing, actually. It's pretty cool. But then you're left with this, which usually gets thrown away, and it actually makes a wonderful splatter brush. So if you're buying the water balloons for the kids, make sure you don't throw them away, and you've got your splatter brush for free. Now I want to test it out against the Tim Holtz splatter brush, as well as your typical fan brush, which is what a lot of people use to create these splatter marks. So the first thing I'm going to do is use it with some fluid acrylics, and I'm just going to use some golden artist collection, green, gold, yellow, and then this fluorescent pink one. And then we'll go back and look at it with a distress ink, just to make sure that, hey, I know this is created for distress, and I don't want anyone to think, oh, you're only supposed to use it with the right product. So we will do the comparison with distress ink, which I have here in the black soot, and the broken china, and the aged mahogany. So the reason why I picked 3 different colors is because I want you to be able to see the different colors and the different splats that you get with each of these. So let's go ahead and get started with the yellow, and I will use a little yellow here, and I'm going to use the fan brush for the yellow. So I put a little yellow here on the side. I'm going to load up my brush, and then I'm going to go ahead and just start splattering it. So you can see that I'm getting those really nice little yellow splatters. Okay. And because I do both techniques on the side and flat, I'll do the same thing here. So when you do them a little bit flatter, you start to get kind of more bigger splatters. Okay, so you're starting to see that yellow come through. So that looks pretty neat. Beautiful, beautiful splatters. I'm just using a transparency as a palette so that you can see the colors that I'm actually using here. The next thing I'm going to use is the fluorescent pink, so that you can see how the distress splatter brush works with that. And I'm just going to go ahead and load up my splatter brush. To use the splatter brush, load it up first, and then hold it sideways. Take your hand and just flick it up. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that beautiful splatter that you have. I'm going to load it up again, because I think you can do it another way. Is you take it and you hold it flat, and then you grab the ends like this, and you go that way. And that gives you a nice look as well, which is, I think it's beautiful. So the splatter brush does a very good job. The next color we're going to use is green, so that you can see the splatter that comes out of the free version of a splatter brush, which are these water balloon holders. I'm just going to load it up with paint. And I'm just going to load it up with some paint. Then I'm going to do the same technique I had with the Tim Holtz, is hold it to the side and then just start to splatter. And let's do this on this side the flat way as well. Get the same kind of effect. My splatters are just a little bit bigger, but honestly, for free, if you've got these laying around, it's a great, great tool. So that's the first one. And I'm going to go ahead and take this out of my book so that I can do the next one on the next page. But look at that. So green is with the free version, and pink is with the Tim Holtz brand, and then the yellow is with the fan brush. So awesome. I don't want to waste this paint, so I'm just gonna smoosh it down here, because I don't like to waste anything if I can avoid it. And by doing that, then I'll be able to use those smooshes in probably another project, maybe another tutorial, or maybe I'll make some tags out of it, or a tip in for my Bible. There's all different things you can do with your leftovers. So don't throw paint away. Don't waste paint. Don't waste. Okay, the next thing I'm going to use is the distress stain. So I just need to shake them up a little bit, get them mixed, and then I want to take my brushes and make sure they're clean. So I'm just going to wipe them off. This one you have to be really concerned with, because the problem with this one, if you don't get it clean enough, is that because there are holes in here, it's going to hold water, and you're going to get that everywhere. So make sure you smack them out. Smack it out. And then the fan brush. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. This time for the fan brush, I'm going to use the red. And I'm going to go ahead and just put some down. It's a really pretty aged mahogany color. And I'm going to run my fan brush through that, pick it up, pick up the ink, the distress stain, and then I'm going to hit it against my hand. And you're starting to see some really beautiful splatter come through. Isn't that gorgeous? Of course, I felt that hit my face too, so I probably have splatter all over my face. And then on the side. Either technique works fine. I do prefer this, holding it like this though, because I can get more accuracy. Choice is yours. Alright, let's come in with the broken china using the Tim Holtz splatter brush. Get down there, broken china. And we're going to load up the brush again. It really does hold water pretty well. And then sideways. Here we go. Splat, splat, splat. And flat as well. I'm going to get some bigger splats that way. And if I hit it closer, I'm going to get bigger splats too. Okay, beautiful. Lastly, I'm going to use the black. Black soot. Pick it up with the water balloon tool. Get some in there. And I'm going to start splatting. Come on, I didn't pick it up as good as I did the other colors. Starting to see it come through, but I'm not really liking that black, so let's try it with the red. You can kind of see the black in there, but I don't think I like the way that black has come out. Let me try shaking it a little bit more, see if I can get a darker black before I move on to the next, to a different color, because I don't want to treat it unfair. Yeah, it's not, this is actually not picking up this distress ink very well at all. So let's try the red and see if it picks up the red at all. Yeah. Yeah, it's just really not picking up the distressed ink as much as it did the more fluid ink, but it's still doing a decent job. You're still seeing, as I get the ink into those little grooves, into the little holes, you can see me come in here and try to dig it up in there. It's now starting to it's starting to stay on there a little bit. So I'm getting nice splatters now once it's loaded up into the little holes. So it's just a little bit different, but it works amazing, especially if you don't have a Tim Holtz brush. I think the Tim Holtz brush definitely works better. I think of all of them, the Tim Holtz brush works the best with the Distress. But if you have the fluid, yeah, look at that. It's much better. Yeah, the black. Yep. So the Tim Holtz brush, I can say with confidence, works the best with its own brand, which is the Distressed ink line or the stain line. You still do get a decent splatter with the free version that you get from your kids' water balloons. I just think it works better with the artist grade fluid ink. Both of these outperformed the fan, which is what typical people use to create these splat effects. So I hope that you guys learned something new from this video, and I hope that some of you guys that are maybe throwing these away will actually start using them. I hope this video was helpful to you, and if it was, please leave us a comment below, give us a thumbs up, and share with your friends. Thanks so much, and have a great day. Bye.